So this is going to be a guide on how to use Gregory Robocop Rodrigues in UFC 6. I honestly don't enjoy playing a lot of people at middleweight, but he's definitely one of the people I enjoy playing. So let's look at his stats. Let's look at his flow state. So his flow state is Titan, which means that you deal more damage shortly after being hit or when either fighter is in a health event for 16 seconds. Um, this, when you get rocked and you pop this, you can honestly knock people out well rocked if you land this. I used to have a clip of this, which I unfortunately deleted accidentally, but I knocked out an Izzy when he was in his flow state, and I was rocked because I just landed like a little wild hook while I was in the rocked state, and he just face planted. It was honestly unreal. So this flow state is really funny, but it's also very, very important because it kind of buys you time when you're rocked if they know that this is his flow state. His flow boosts are Stinger, Tiger, Shackles, and Last Stand. Stinger is hitting the opponent from long range with a straight punch as they strike, so intercepting straight punches. Hitting opponents with a curved punch when they're vulnerable due to an evasive action. This is slipping and landing punches. Shackles, clinching an opponent shortly after evading a strike, so this is like evading a cross or a jab with a slip and clinching. And then Last Stand, escaping any submission, excluding desperate escapes. Desperate escapes are when they basically subbed you and your meter goes down, and then you roll out of it or you escape it. His first flow boost there, Stinger, is important because Gregory Robocop Rodrigues has a 5-star heavy cross. So this is what you want to be using to intercept and get that flow boost off. If we look at the rest of his stats, he has 4-star stand-up. What stands out is his 98 punch power. He is not a switch hitter, 80 switch stance. He has good takedown defense, good accuracy, and that's about it. His grappling, he has a 96 takedowns, 94 top control, 94 bottom control, 93 submission offense, 95 submission defense. So with his 95 submission defense and his Last Stand perk, you're going to be extremely hard to submit on the ground. As far as his health stats go, everything is pretty average. 94 chin, that's definitely going to help you out in some exchanges. If we go to his top moves, the 5-star heavy cross, as I just laid out, 4-star wrestling combinations, 4-star jiu-jitsu transitions, and 4-star jiu-jitsu / judo takedowns. So you're going to be wanting to grapple with this guy for the most part. Okay, something you're going to notice with Robocop when you go into the practice mode with him and you start punching is that he has wild animations. Very, very powerful animations. So, you're not going to be wanting to volume strike with him. I think he has a 92 cardio, something like that. So it's fine, but you're not Max Holloway. You know, you're not going to be going in here and throwing ridiculous stuff like that. You want to time your shots with him. He also has that really good teep animation. So you can use that teep as well to maybe make distance when somebody's pressuring you. And you also have that power to dissuade people from wanting to pressure you. So, stuff to think about. So if you're striking on the feet with Robocop, his best technique is the 5-star heavy cross, his backhand cross. So, this is mainly going to be used as an intercepting strike. So pretend Joe Piper's going forward, he's throwing like a 1-2-3, something like that. In the middle of his combination, I can step back and throw that cross, and you will get real good damage. It will most likely stun him out of his combination, and will do massive damage. So you mainly want to use that as an intercepting strike. You can also use it to start combos, of course. You can come in and go like straight lead hook. You can come in straight hook to the body, straight uppercut, stuff like that. Something useful that Robocop has for initiating grappling is he has 4-star wrestling combinations. These are new to UFC 6. I heard that Romero17, a popular creator in the space, suggested this to EA and they added it, and I can't thank him enough for it because it's so useful. An example of that would be like a 1-2 into a single leg. Something like that. Or it can be something like straight lead hook into a double leg. The wrestling combinations are a great way to initiate grappling when they're scared of your power on the feet. So if you're going forward and you're using your power effectively, their hands are going to be up. That's when you can go and do a wrestling combo like that. And it's a very, very effective way to get takedowns and surprise people. The last technique or techniques I want to talk about with Robocop is his 4-star judo takedowns. A good example on how to do a judo takedown effectively is, let's say we're clinching up against the fence. 98% of the time people are going to block low here because they're expecting a trip. So what you can do is shoot up a punch or shoot up an elbow. And when you shoot up an elbow, they're going to want to block high because they're expecting another elbow or a knee, and that's when you take down. So something good to do is you can go elbow into a takedown, into a judo throw. And the success rate of that is astronomical. You will not believe how much that works. It's a very easy way to use your judo to get people to the ground effectively. While Robocop does have a 93 submission offense, he's shockingly limited on the ground. As you can see here, he does not have a lot of techniques that he can perform. Everything is 1-star, and I honestly do not understand that, because this man is a very accomplished jiu-jitsu practitioner in real life. So I don't see why he has all these 1-stars, but regardless, that's what we're working with. So he doesn't have a lot of variety on the ground, but mount is a great place to be because he has the armbar and the arm triangle. He doesn't have any submissions from side control, which is unfortunate. He doesn't even have a crucifix. North-south, I don't believe he has anything from north-south, no. So you're going to want to get to the mount for the most part with Robocop. So let's wrap up the video. Before I show clips, obviously, using Robocop, let's wrap up the video with tactics for using Gregory Rodrigues. So you're going to want to use the 5-star cross for intercepting. You can also use it in slips. To activate, that's for activating his stinger perk. For activating Tiger, you're going to want to use slipping hooks. Slipping hooks to the body work too. You're going to want to slip punches into clinches for shackles to activate that flow. And then escaping submissions will also grant you flow state for the last stand perk. And then once you get Titan, you're going to want to hold on to Titan for when you are rocked. Because when you're rocked and you activate Titan, something like, just even when you're rocked, like a hook like that, obviously I'm not rocked now, so the animation's different, but you will catch a lot of people. You can get knockdowns or even knockouts while you're rocked with the Titan perk. So it's a very useful perk.